Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we're continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we're doing the Wyoming Cowboys. Now, I do not know a whole lot about Wyoming. I do know they play in the Mountain West. Now, I do know Wyoming in the trailer for this game was getting some love, and hopefully, I can give Wyoming my love by winning them a national championship here today. Right now, Wyoming, they're 79 overall, 79 on the offense, 80 defense. They run the pro-style offense, and they have a 4-2-5 defense, so let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is their roster. We have Evan Sabodia. I have no clue who he is, but he's our starting quarterback. We do have a freshman, Caden Anderson. We might play him over him, maybe. I don't know. We have this guy, Batista. I don't know if he'll grow. We have Harrison, our best running back by far. Got no one else there. All of our running backs are pretty much seniors. We do have a fullback, Caleb Driscoll. We do have some receivers. Oh, we have a 97 speed receiver, Tyler King, but the problem is he might be transferring, so we got to get everything we can out of him. We do have this freshman, Brantley with 94 speed. Tight end, we have John Michael Gillenborg. Looks all right. Left tackle, all freshman redshirt, will be gone by year 4. We do have Brandon Jenkins, freshman. Wes King over there as our starting left guard. We have this guy, Tuafanu, as our starting center. We have Jack Walsh starting right guard. We have Caden Barnett. We also have this freshman. Yeah, I just don't know a whole lot of people on this roster, bro. Let's see the D tackles. I mean, the team, it's just mid. I mean, no way. There's no way to slice it. I mean, these guys overall wise are just not good. This guy is bald. Hopefully, he can grow some hair in his life. And that sounds mean. I'm sorry if that guy is watching. But yeah, this team is just mid overall wise. But hey, man, we got a job to do. Let's get recruiting, boys and girls. Nathan Akbar, committed. Carlos Mancoso, committed. Ben Rainman, committed. Rashad Tadia, committed. Christian Gafferney, committed. Nick Victorano, committed. Stephen Vohanisic, committed. Emmanuel Davis, committed. Caden Ring, committed. Evan Mustard, committed. Theo Westerman, committed. Larry Pollard, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Heisman Trophy winner is Cade Klubnik, quarterback of Clemson. He had 3,900 yards, 42 tutties, and 2 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Hawaii Bowl, taking on the Washington State Cougars. And ladies and gentlemen, we fall 43-27 here. Damn, we'll get him next year, champ. All right, here are the year 1 stats. Evan Sotobodoa, probably butchered his name. He had 2,871 yards, 221 for 391, 23 tutties, 7 picks, 56% completion percentage. Rushing, Harrison, 156 for 947, 4 tutties. Evan, 83 for 203, 1 tutty. Scott, 27 for 196, 5 tutties. Brown, 29 for 113, 3 tutties. Sargent, 36 for 58, 2 tutties. Jones, 2 for 4. Receiving, Will, 53 for 925, 8 tutties. John Michael, 52 for 601, 4 tutties. Sargent, 37 for 551, 3 tutties. Brown, 36 for 445, 3 tutties. Harrison, 32 for 264, tutties. Devin Brody Jr., 4 for 46. Scott, 3 for 32. Miles, 3 for 22. Isaac, 2 for 3 with 2 tutties. Defensively, we had 75 tackles by Shea, 65 for Parks and Shea, 60 for Davis, Brown with 54, 51 for White, 48 for Isaac White, 40 for Jordan and Devontae Harris. Tackles for loss, 9 by Jordan, Harsh with 8, 4 by Brown and White. 4 by Walt Brown and Isaac White. Dante Drake with 4, 2 by Shane. Devon Havers with 2, 1 by Shea and Evan. Sack, 6 by Harsh. Jordan with 5, 3.5 by Dante Drake, 3 by Braden, 2.5 by Harris, 1 by Shea, 1 by Day. Interceptions, we had 3 by Davis, Isaac White with 2, White with 2, Connor Shea with 1, Wook Brown with 1, Shea with 1, and Kenny Parks 1. Overall, we kind of had a mid-year. We've gotten some talent, so we got to develop them here in year 2, so let's go. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, 2 Big Ten schools meet, and it shows that Penn State still can't win the big game as they get their ass beat, belt to ass from Ohio State, 41-14. Isaiah Lawson, committed. Avante Dickerson, committed. Jake Rendina, committed. Jordan Allen, committed. Braden Bailey, committed. Nate Johnson, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 30th best class in the nation, best in the Mountain West. We've gotten the talent started. So we got to develop these guys in year 2. So let's get more guys, more talent, I guess we can say, in year 2. Let's go. Quan Richard, committed. Diego Fonseca, committed. Max Neighbors, committed. Steven Sharp, committed. Eric Armador, committed. Jaron McGinnis, committed. Shane Shahar, committed. Zarion McCollum, committed. Tremaine Lewis, committed. Tremaine Lewis, committed. Ty Moon, committed. Demetrius Cook, committed. Demetrius Cook, committed. Mike Kubar, committed. Greg Yelp, committed. Marquise Trahan, committed. Rico Valdez, committed. Ernie Swearinger, committed. Bill Wire, committed. Joey Perkins, committed. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback of LSU. He had 3,963 yards, 42 tutties, and 6 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, taking on the Louisiana Rage Cajuns. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have won the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Nate Johnson, 2,841 yards, 226 for 345, 25 tutties, 15 picks, 65% completion percentage. Rushing, Scott, 170 for 740, 8 tutties. Johnson, 120 for 342, 2 tutties. Larry, 33 for 153, 4 tutties. King, 24 for 126, 2 tutties. Durr, Jr., he might transfer. Oh, no. 29 for 118, 1 tutty. McIver, 4 for 23 with a tutty. Receiving, Kyler King, he might also transfer. 49 for 803, 5 tutties. John Michael, 54 for 86, 56, 6 tutties. Jalen Sargent, 50 for 602, 4 tutties. Durr Jr., 27 for 425, 8 tutties. Scott, 31 for 201, 1 tutty. McIver, 7 for 75. Isaac, 5 for 47, 1 tutty. Larry, 3 for 32. Defensively, Cole Desmarzo with 84, 71 for Dickerson. Micah Young, 70, 56 for McAllister. Grant with 53, 52 for Brown. Singleton with 51, 46 for Ben Florentine. 10 tackles for loss, 10 tackles for loss for Ben Florentine. 5 for Jalen Williams. Harsh with 4, 2 by Cole. Siders with 2, 1 by Young, Grant, and Brown. Sacks, 9 by Ben. Harsh with 8.5, 3 by Braden. 2.5 by Jalen Williams. Half sack by Young, McAllister, Bryant, and Murditt. Interceptions, 2 by Bryant and Dickerson and Singleton. 1 by Young, 1 by McAllister, 1 by Cole. I think next year, with all the talent we have accumulated, we should make a push here in the Mountain West. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, LSU, Penn State meet in the Natty. LSU on top, 31-10. Dalen Alexander, committed. Sam Sledge, committed. Kirby Jones, commits. Jacob Anderson, committed. Timothy Alafalhola, committed. Jada Marshall, commits. Jackson Bowers, commits. And ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 27th best class in the nation. Once again, best in the Mountain West. I think here in year 3, we can push in this conference. Let's go. Colin Clinton, committed. Kevin Snow, commits. James Ramsey, committed. Bryce Isaacs, committed. Fatiel Handy, committed. Garrett Carney, committed. Colby Calloway, committed. Greg Mama, commits. And ladies and gentlemen, we have made the Mountain West here in year number 3. We're taking on Hawaii. Frederick Williamson, committed. Jason Biggins, committed. Randy Spoon, commits. Conrad Morin, committed. Joey Dressbatch, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, here in year number 3, we are Mountain West champions. Let's go. Terrence Veria, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is Alonzo Barnett, the third quarterback of Clemson. He had 3,942 yards, 40 touchdowns, 4 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the Hawaii Bowl, taking on the 18th ranked Troy Trojans. And ladies and gentlemen, we have won the Hawaii Bowl here in year 3. Let's go. Alrighty, here are the year 3 stats. George Ring had 3,032 yards, 208 for 316, 27 tutties, 7 picks, 65% completion percentage. Larry Pollard, 199 for 835, 5 tutties. George Ring, 91 for 265, 3 tutties. Stevenson, 30 for 223, 4 tutties. King, 28 for 101, 2 tutties. McIver, 30 for 86, 1 tutty. John, 8 for 56, 10 for 15 for Kate Anderson. He didn't play that much. Chris Durr Jr., 67 for 1,002 yards, 9 tutties. King, 53 for 932, 11 tutties. Stevenson, 33 for 612, 7 tutties. Sinalalu, 44 for 585, 2 tutties. Pollard, 36 for 295, 2 tutties. Isaac, 10 for 103, 2 tutties. Godwin, 2 for 27. McIver, 5 for 25. Defensively, Emmanuel Davis, 115, 94 for Gary. He better not transfer. Kendrick with 53, along with Eric. 52 for Marky Grant and Jordan Allen. 51 for Caleb. 43 for Allen. Bryant with 42, 41 for Jaden Williams. Tackles for loss, 12 by Jordan Allen. Dante Allen with 9. 8 by Jaden Williams. Davis, Gary, Mark, all with 7. 3 by Kendrick. Caleb with 2. 1 for Eric, Marky Grant, Bryant, and Adonius. Sacks, 10.5 by Allen, 9.5 by other Allen. 7 by Williams, 3.5 by Mark. Gary with 2. 1 by Adonius. Davis, Merritt, and Grant with a half. Interception 2 by Kendrick. Davis, Merritt, Grant, and Eric all had 1. Feel like we had a really solid year. I think next year we push for the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Clemson and Texas A&M in the Natty. Texas A&M pulls off a shocker, I guess we can say, because the Clemson has the Heisman Trophy winner. 17-10, Texas A&M. Logan Brantley committed. Dylan Hampston committed. William Spencer committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 20th best class in the nation, best in the Mountain West. Let's go. Hunter Slate committed. Matthew McNamara committed. Marvin Rhodes commits. Earl Lina committed. Manuel Wayne committed. Javier Romeo committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the Mountain West Championship, and if we win, we're getting a bye in the playoff. So let's go take care of business. Emmett Sneed committed. John Pan committed. Angelo Trapasso committed. Mike Knowles committed. Wayne Mangold committed. Max Sabri commits. And ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have won the Mountain West, and we're on the playoff. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2027 Heisman Trophy winner is Lenore Sellers, quarterback of Clemson. He had 3,705 yards, 35 tutties, at 8 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, taking on number 3 Georgia. Oh, God. And ladies and gentlemen, Georgia kicked our ass, plain and simple, but we have next year to get them back. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Mueller got the start. I thought it was George Ring. Well, he's not starting next year. He had 3,340 yards, 262 for 377, 32 tutties, 13 picks, 69% completion percentage. Rushing, Pollard, 199 for 1,038, 13 tutties. Gregory, 81 for 280, 2 tutties. Callaway, 59 for 212, 3 tutties. Durr Jr., 41 for 155, 3 tutties. Mancuso, 22 for 38, 1 tutty. Ring, 1 for 2. McIver, 1 for 1. Receiving, 58 for 872, 11 tutties for Justin Stevenson. Chris Durr Jr., 58 for 749, 2 tutties. Carlos Mancuso, 37 for 548, 12 tutties. Sinalu, 47 for 535, 2 tutties. Pollard, 36 for 376, 2 tutties. Shane, 12 for 108, 1 tutty. Callaway, 9 for 66, 1 tutty. Goodwin, 4 for 47, 2 tutties. Richard, 3 for 46. Defensively, Jared with 77 tackles. Timote, 73, 53 for Naz Hill, 53 for Kendrick. Greg Yelk, 47, 45 for Eric. Bryant, 43, along with Jordan Allen. Tackles for loss, 10 by Jordan Allen. Dante Allen with 7, 5 for Jared. Mark with 5, 4 for Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams with 2, 1 for Naz Hill and Bryant. Sacks, 9 by Jordan Allen. Dante Allen, 8.5, 5.5 for Mark. 3 by Williams. And Hennessy, 1.5 by Jared. Timote with 1.5, 1 by Dylan. Timote with 5 interceptions, 3 by Naz Hill. Eric with 3, 2 for Emma Davis. McAllister with 1, and Greg Yelp with 1. We made the playoffs this year, but we got to make it again next year and win our natty next year. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, the Clemson Tigers and the Heisman Trophy winner, Lenore Sellers, take down Georgia for us 17-14. William D. Poppy committed. Grant Surgren committed. Adonis Ayers committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the 24th best class in the nation. Once again, best in the Mountain West. We've gotten all the talent we could acquire. Now it's time to put together here in year 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Auto recruiting on. Let's get the simming. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 7-2. If we want to make the playoffs, we're going to have to beat these 3 teams here. Only losses to our 2 ranked teams, so that's a dub. So let's hope and pray here. And ladies and gentlemen, we have made the Mountain West Championship, taking on the New Mexico, I think, Lobos, right? Lobos. If we win, we're probably getting the bye into the playoffs. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won the Mountain West back-to-back years. We are now on to the playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Rose Bowl, taking on the number 10 ranked Washington Huskies. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the most magical place in the world, Pasadena, California, at the Rose Bowl. Man, this is such a weird matchup that I kind of wanted to happen in real life. Wyoming, Washington, a matchup you'll never see in real life. I kind of want it to happen now in the Rose Bowl. That would be fun. Anyway, we have a job to do. We got to take care of business. We got to beat Washington and get Wyoming to the semis. Let's go. Put your dubs up for Wyoming, buddy. Colby Callaway with a 14-yard rush to give us a 7-0 lead to start. Chris Durr Jr. with a 69-yard touchdown. 14-7, good guys. Alrighty, first and goal at the 1. Here we go. Touchdown, Callaway, 21-14, good guys. All right, we still have a life to maybe get a touchdown, but we're probably thinking field goal. Ring. Damn. All right, second and 10. First and 10 didn't go the way I thought it would. Here we go. Ring. He's got him in! Touchdown, Wyoming! 28-14, and we get the ball at half. Let's freaking go, boys. Alrighty, 2:50 to go in the game. 28-21, second to go at the 2. I accidentally said first to go. Here we go. Ring, handoff. Callaway goes nowhere. Lost a 3. All right, third and goal now from the 5. Here we go. Ring. Run. That guy couldn't block. And ladies and gentlemen, we took care of Washington. 31-28 is your final score. And now Wyoming is on their way to the semis. Let's go, boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to the Peach Bowl, taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the Peach Bowl. Obviously, we had to come on a much farther trip than Tennessee. This is some type of BS, if you ask me. We got to take out that. We got to take out the distraction. Get that out of our head. We got a job to do. Get Wyoming to the Natty and win it. We are on a losing streak. Let's end the losing streak today. Tennessee stands in the way. So let's go take care of business and get to the Natty. Alrighty, first and goal at the 10. Here we go. Get in there, Callaway! He's going to get us 6. Second and goal from the 4. Lean with the run. Callaway's got a hole! Touchdown, Wyoming! 7-0 good, guys. Garrett Carney with a 70-yard touchdown to give us a lead. 17-0. Garrett Carney now with a 24-yard rush to give us a 24-3 lead. I think it's safe to say this game's over. And ladies and gentlemen, we take care of the Tennessee Volunteers, and Wyoming, a state people crap on. They have no clue what goes on up there. They do have a football program, and they're on their way to a national title. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the only team standing in our way from greatness is Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Come on, boys, bring it home. There we are, national championship trophy here at Jerry's World. A very, very nice stadium. We are currently on a losing streak. Can we end it? Please, I hope. But we can't look at that. We can't get selfish. I can't get greedy. We can't worry about myself. We have to do it for Wyoming. Not only myself and you. We have to do it for Wyoming. Many people don't know what goes on in Wyoming, but I'll tell you this much. Wyoming has a football program, and we have a chance to show the world that Wyoming is great. Wyoming, let's go get it done, boys and girls. Colin Clinton with a 30-yard touchdown. 7-0 good, guys. All right, Garrett Carney, 22-yard rush. We're down 3. Come on, D, gonna stop. All right, 3rd and 8. This is a big third down here. Here we go, Ring. Underneath. He was open. Shit. 4th and 5. We're going for it. Here we go. Here we go. Ring around the rosy! He dropped it, you cock! Ladies and gentlemen, the losing streak keeps going because Cockwagon dropped it. Unbelievable. Defense can't get stops. And we are left in heartbreak. The losing streak continues. I can't believe it. We haven't won a natty in feels like a long time. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe he had it, but he dropped it! Well, ladies and gentlemen, the heartbreak continues. I haven't won a natty in so long. I'm heartbroken for the Wyoming faithful. 16-1. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing over there. What I will say is defense, they can't stop shit. The guy had it, but dropped it. Maybe we should have punted there and maybe, gone for a game-winning drive, but, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, I'm just heartbroken we lost Natty, but the only way you can cheer me up is hitting that like button, hit that sub button. You guys like and subscribe. You guys motivate me to keep doing this. 1 like equals 1 greatness of us winning a natty. Please and thank you. It takes 1 second to hit like, 1 to hit sub. If you're already subscribed, it takes 1 second to hit like. And I hope you all have a great day, because I'm having a shit day because I can't do it. I haven't won a natty in a week and I failed Wyoming. So I want you to have a great day or have a great night, depending on when you're watching this video. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace. I'm out.